Hello everybody, Mitzi Cruz here, host of Lincoln Live. Getting started a couple minutes late, thanks for bearing with us. Today we are live with Shawn and Dana White of Astro Air Design. And we are just super excited to be here with you guys and learn more about your business. And just thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So can you just start off by telling us a little bit about yourselves?
Well, I am a Lincoln native, third generation. I've been here forever, know all the local people. He's not so much as long as I have, but I love Lincoln and actually don't know anything different because I've been here all my life. So
That's awesome. So you never moved away and came back, you just stayed here.
I stayed here.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. So, and how long have you been in the
I've been a transplant from Southern Cal since I was 70, or since I was 7. I'm 52 years old now, so I've been here pretty much most of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Seen a culture shock when Lincoln was approximately 2,500 people were here, and this is really all I know.
Yeah, gosh, when I got here in 2008, I think our population was somewhere around 28 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So there has been quite a bit of growth, and I know it's projected to grow to 122,000 by 2022.
That's crazy.
It's just crazy. I know. Yeah, but and that's one of the reasons why we do this show, because we, obviously we want to preserve, the culture of Lincoln as we grow, and just really celebrate the cornerstone businesses such as your business that's been here actually serving the Lincoln community since 1996.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we absolutely love Lincoln, and we have no plans on doing other than being here in Lincoln. We love the surrounding communities of Lincoln. We love the people of Lincoln, and everything that Lincoln has to offer. This is our home.
And I understand that you guys actually embrace that wholeheartedly by looking for opportunities to be effective in the community through service, giving back, things like that. Mm-hmm. I know it's everyone wants to be modest, but can you tell everybody kind of some of the things that you guys are doing to help, support and build the community?
Sure.
We support, obviously Lincoln High School, their sports teams. The Potters, we support the Potters, and the community. We are really partnering with the salt mine.
Oh, good.
And supporting their generous gifts to the community.
Yeah.
We've been members of Summit Church now. Mm-hmm. Used to be Heritage Church since the beginning. So we are very involved in that, and we financially support them in everything that they do there. So whenever there's a need, we really do try to reach out and help.
Yeah, no, and I see you guys everywhere, and that's one of the things. When people use your business and support your business, really you guys are supporting Lincoln as a whole. So I think that's really important. I feel like as business owners in the community, we have a responsibility to give back and take care of our community. So good job. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So why don't you guys tell us kind of what this seasonal service entails and why it's so important to take care of your HVAC equipment.
Would you like to go?
Go ahead.
So now we're into fall, winter. Basically the tune-up season is for the heater side of it. We basically will come out and we'll tune up the system. We will check burners. We will check gas valves. We will clean your system. What it does is it basically is like tuning up your car, maintenance to your car, changing the oils, making sure that it's running tip-top shape, so that when you are ready to use it, it's ready to go. There are discounts if you are an ESA customer, which is a maintenance customer for us. If there is an issue, we take care of those. We have 24-hour service. There, like I said, there are some discounts if you do have parts that fail, service parts or service tags. There's discounts on those. So it's better than getting in the middle of winter and realizing that your furnace doesn't work. when it's
Right.
30 degrees outside.
Yeah, no, and it's funny because we were talking a little offline, and I actually just had a client of mine who purchased a home, and it turns out that filter in their furnace hadn't been replaced. It was original to the unit, so 1980 is the date that's displayed on the filter, and so obviously that's an extreme example, but what happened is because that filter had been in there for so long, it caused the furnace to somehow there's condensation created inside of the closet, and now there's a underlying mold issue that's having to be addressed and cared for. So just proper maintenance and just really taking care.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It can be a real problem, especially with the indoor air quality right now with the smoke and everything. Putting in a good filter right now and changing it every week right now, especially
Really?
the density of the smoke. If you changed your filter once a week and you put in a MERV 8 to a MERV 10 or even 11 or 12 in your filter system, it will help cut down on the smoke. It will help with your indoor air quality.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. Do you guys actually, can people come here to your store to purchase those?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Good.
We carry very different sizes and
If we don't have
quality.
it, we can get it.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, I know where we'll be getting it. It's really important. I've got 6 kids at home, and like you said, the air quality is so bad right now. It's just awful. So.
And there's some other products that you can add to your system that there are some more expensive products out there, but they really do work. There's some UV lights out there. There's some electronic air filters out there that really do home air purification systems that really do work well.
Gotcha. Well, that's great. So the bottom line is you don't have to remember all this. You just come in and you just chat with Shawn, and you can get all your questions answered, and you get some direction on that. So can you guys tell us, so you don't only do HVAC, you guys also do solar, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so tell us about that.
Would you like to tell me?
Go ahead. You're doing such a great job.
Well, we've been installing solar for probably 10 years now. It's something that, like everything, has taken off because the utility companies continue to raise prices.
Right.
It's a renewable energy source, so you might as well take advantage of it. Prices have come down, even though the tariffs have raised the prices on solar panels.
Right.
They haven't gone up that much.
Sure.
So overall, the prices have come down in the last 10 years, and it is definitely a benefit. The tax credits will be going away over the next few years.
Right.
So it's a great time to take advantage of. There is some financing out there, some really good financing out there that's available, and you can, if you can't get 100% eliminated on your bill, you can certainly knock off 50%, which would actually knock off about 75% of your bill. So
Yeah.
it just depends on what you can get on your roof, or you could do a ground mount. It depends on what is available out there.
Sure. So now, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you guys regarding their heating and air conditioning system, solar, had any questions, I also understand you guys do radiant heat, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but how do they reach you?
They can reach us via email or website.
Email, website, phone.
Sure.
You can reach us at 916-645-0882. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
You
I should have been more
can website is astroairdesign.com. Or that's probably the best way to reach us there. So, yes.
Awesome. So tell us about the radiant heat. I mean, I'm just learning about that.
It's a hydronic heat. We've been doing it for about 18 years. It was more prevalent when the economy was really doing well toward the end of the 90s, early 2000s, and it's been making a comeback because custom homes have been making a comeback. It is the best way to heat if you enjoy that. It is an added expense because you still have to have heating and air conditioning.
Sure.
But if you compare apples to oranges, there's no comparison in the heating. They say there is a savings in the cost of it as far as the utility bills, but that's to be seen.
Gotcha.
But it is the best way to heat.
And it's comfortable.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can take someone who's been out in the freezing cold and bring them in within 2 or 3 seconds, they will be warm.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I hate being cold.
Yes.
So for you guys that are watching, I just want to remind you what our raffle prize is this week. So Shawn and Dana have been so generous to offer a seasonal tune-up, so you will receive the benefit of them coming out and checking out your system and getting y'all ready for
winter.
I don't know, the word was escaping me for the winter. So that way, it's not the middle of December or January and you're freezing and your unit's not doing what it's supposed to and you're calling them, and then obviously, at that time the demand's really high. So get ahead of that and you can get that taken care of. So for everyone who's watching, all you have to do is share our video by 12 o'clock noon tomorrow and comment shared so that we know. So comment in this thread that you shared the video so that we can enter you into the raffle. So also, we do ask you to interact, ask your questions. So I just want to make sure I'm opening it up. Does anybody have any questions, comments?
So Danetta Morgan says hi to you, Mitzi.
Hi.
Valerie Smith says hi. Sonia Coupler says that they love you guys. Paul and Lisa say that they love that you're always supporting the zebras and just lots of love from the town.
Thank you.
That is awesome. So just to circle back, I want to talk about the solar a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So what are you guys doing more owned solar systems, leases, power purchase?
We never do leasing.
Okay.
It's always owned, and I'm a firm believer in the owning it outright.
Right.
They have had issues with the leasing, so we just kind of bypass the whole leasing. We do have financing available if somebody's looking for financing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, most people get their own financing and take that route, or do the Empower.
Right.
I can't remember what Sacramento is.
It's Y-Green.
The Y-Green, yes. And they're pretty good programs, although you have to look at see what the banks say about that, your bank loans. But
right.
It's a benefit. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Solar is. And what we would do is take 12 months of your utility bills if you have them. If you're a new homeowner, we would kind of estimate what your utilities would be through your square footage, and then basically what size we can get on your house. Some homes you can't get, a certain size of solar system on your house. It'll only allow so many modules on your house. So if you want a 10 kW system, you may only be able to get a 2 or 3 kW system on it. So we're kind of limited there. But we just do a site assessment, and then we would move forward from there.
Do you guys do any pole solar?
We do not.
No.
Nope.
Okay. So basically you have solar questions, call them and find out, what type of system would be appropriate for your house and your usage and all that good stuff. So that's good stuff. And it sounds like you guys actually have folks in here that will help secure financing if the homeowner hasn't already.
Yes, we do.
As well as for heating and air conditioning.
Oh, great.
Financing.
And is it, do I understand correctly, you can actually use Empower and Y-Green and things like that for heating and air too, right?
You can wrap it all up in one. You can even do whole house fans.
Cool.
We've wrapped them all up into one. We've done solar, heating and air conditioning, and a whole house fan, and wrapped them all up into Empower.
Yeah.
The utility companies want you to, and Placer County, they want you to go green. They want you to save energy, consume energy, or not consume energy.
Sure.
State of California wants you to basically be as green as you can.
Right.
And we're here to help that. There are some great heating and air conditioning products out there. Very efficient products out there. There's some really good indoor air quality products out there, and whole house fans, attic ventilations. We pretty much do it all.
So
Awesome.
we have a few questions. Victoria Bors asks, radiant heat, how does that work? Can you do that if you are on raised or slab foundation?
If it is a existing home, it is very difficult. We don't normally do that. It's usually new construction is when we do it. We pour it in the slab, or if you're on a raised foundation, you would install it on top of the plywood, and then they would pour what they call a gypcrete over the top of it. But you wouldn't install it after the fact.
And then she asks, if your heater goes out, do you have to buy a whole new unit and with AC, or can you just buy a new heater?
You can just buy a new heater. Typically you don't do that because they're usually both the same age.
Right.
And if you're going to go in and disassemble to get to the furnace, you usually have to disassemble everything. So it's cheaper to do it all at once.
Gotcha. Great questions, Victoria. Thank you for that.
And how far do you guys go out? Do you just strictly stay in Lincoln, or do you go out?
We
to
go
Oh, no.
Everywhere.
We'll go. We try to keep it local. I give discounts to local. If we can keep it in Lincoln, we really try hard, and we do give discounts in Lincoln. But we do have jobs in Napa. We have jobs in Placerville. We go to Marysville. We go just about everywhere.
So this is gonna be a funny question, but I love stories, and I just love to ask questions. So what actually inspired you to get into the heating and air conditioning field to begin with?
He had no choice.
I grew up in the industry, actually.
Okay.
I swore I would never do it. My dad had his own heating and air conditioning, although I never worked for him. But I got into it that way, and we were high school sweethearts.
Oh.
And I spent a year in college, and then we decided, well, it's time to start a family. So we started a family, and I said I need to do what I know best, and
Right.
I got it back into heating and air conditioning. And I worked for a company for 13 years, and then decided I was going to start my own business.
So I know that had to have been like almost pretty scary and overwhelming because you're juggling a family and then you're starting your own
Yep.
business. But it sounds like, you guys had a great setting, and back then, again, 2,500 people, right? I mean,
Yep.
There's your customer base.
It was. We hit the ground running. We really did. We hit the ground. I had a lot of contacts.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer, if you treat people fairly, they will return.
Absolutely.
And we don't do a whole lot of advertising. We
Word
just
mouth.
we try to take care of business, and we get return customers and
Yeah.
referrals.
Well, and I see that every time anybody has a need on Good Neighbors of Lincoln, you guys are just tagged like a bazillion times, and
Sure.
so, yeah,
We try to take care of our community, and they take care of us.
yeah, that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to check in, see if anyone else has any questions, comments.
No questions
Okay,
yet. Just the few that we got.
cool. And so what do you guys typically do as far as a seasonal tune-up when it's starting to get hot? What does that look like?
We will go out usually in the spring. We will clean the outdoor coil, indoor coil. We will check contactors. We will basically go through the whole system
Sure.
to make sure we don't just kick the tires. Some companies do. They'll throw out a $29 service fee, basically to get their foot in the door, and it's business, I get it.
Yeah.
But we will actually go out and service the system, check refrigerant levels,
Yeah.
make sure the system's up and running, so in the middle of June when you get ready to use the system,
Yeah.
it's ready to go. Usually if the system is broke and you haven't had anybody out there, and it breaks down in the middle of June, it's going to be hard to get somebody out there to repair it.
Oh yeah.
Usually everybody's
3
about
weeks.
3 to 4 weeks out.
Yeah, that's insane. I've seen that
Yes.
firsthand with my own clients, and so yeah,
It just happens. It's the natural cause and effect of heating and air conditioning.
yeah, and it brings out the worst in people.
It really does.
People do not like to be hot. It's super uncomfortable. Well, you know what? It's been so awesome getting to know more about your business and just, you know, learning how we as a community can help you support your business and
Thank
how
you.
you guys give back to our community as well. So is there anything that we have not covered that you guys wanted to chat about today?
I don't think so.
Well, if you'd like to talk some
No,
more.
I wouldn't. I think we covered it all.
Yeah. No, we just love the community. We're here to
We're
stay.
not going anywhere.
No.
Yeah, and you guys are located here. It's what, we're at East and 11th?
Yeah.
East
East
Avenue
Avenue.
and East 11th, yeah.
1085 East Avenue.
Okay.
We have been here for 18 years, 19 years.
Yeah, in the same location.
Yep.
And Holly Johnson just joined in, so she just needs a confirmation. You do tune up. You can tune up their heater if they need it, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You want to repeat your phone number one more time?
916-645-0882.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us
Thank
today.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for joining us. We have a special treat for you next week, and I'll give you more details about it as the week progresses. But next Thursday, obviously, is Thanksgiving,
Yep.
right? Yeah, okay. And so we won't have a show on Thursday, but I do want to get with a couple of people from the Downtown Lincoln Association so you guys can learn about Small Business Saturday and how you can support local business through the holiday season right here in Lincoln, as well as the tree lighting and the Christmas parade. So more details about that, but our show will not be on Thursday next week, and it'll probably be on Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll confirm with you guys when it's a little closer to time. So again, thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great week.